Hi, this is Lynn Langett, and in today's All Things Data, I'm going to show you some experiences I had in trying to set up SharePoint 2013 to quickly evaluate some of the new features. Now, this is peripheral to my core work as a data architect, but I've had customers that want to go to 2013, and I have familiarity with older versions of SharePoint, and I wanted to just do a quick cloud setup. So before we get started, a little bit more about me. So I got an MVP for Microsoft with SQL Server and a lot of other vendors as well. So I'm going to go ahead and jump into the demo and show you what I experienced when I tried to quickly set this up. Now you would think that, let me just jump out of here. You would think that I would just go to a Microsoft implementation, so I searched and I thought I would just set this up on Azure. And to be fair, this blog is really accurate about what you do, and I actually didn't read this until I tried it out. And he has a webcast here how to do it, and if you have a need to evaluate a complete farm, which some of you will, you can do it on Azure, but it requires multiple VMs, it requires an Active Directory, so on and so forth. So you can see all the instructions here, and you can see this is quite long and extensive. I really just wanted to have a sense of what the new features were, just quick and dirty. So I thought, okay, I don't really want to take the time to do this. So the next thing I went to look at was downloading, but I really didn't want to take the time to download as well. But to be fair, you could do that if you wanted to. I did notice over here to try 365 Enterprise E3 Online. So I thought, okay, that might be a good way to go. So I went over to try that, but unfortunately you can see down here that the SharePoint service is degraded. Let's see if that has, nope, it looks like it's still not really working well. So I didn't have much luck. So I went out and searched to see if there was any of the other cloud providers that were hosting SharePoint. Amazon had a setup, but it looked a little complicated. I wanted something to just click to turn it on, basically, and preferably free. So I was in luck. I tried out this offer from Rackspace, and I wanted to make this screencast because I was so happy with the results, and I think it'll be useful for you as well. So here's the URL, and you can see that they have a 45-day trial of SharePoint 2013. Now this is very lightweight. I'm actually going to show you what it looks like. So it's not going to be right for every evaluation. It doesn't have all the services, but if you just want like a quick feature comparison, this can't be beat to be set up really quick like. So I requested it yesterday, last evening, and I got an email within an hour that looked something like this, which gave me my root site collection and my site host, and these are some of my passwords up here, which I'm not going to show you. So if I go to this space right here, then it redirects me over to this URL, and I sign into SharePoint. So I'm going to click here, and then I'm going to pause the video while I put my credentials in, and then I'll show you what the site looks like. Now, to add insult to injury, when I tried to log in with Internet Explorer, because of the format of the login credentials, I actually was unable to log in, and I had to use Chrome. So just a tip, if you're using this type of solution, go ahead and use Chrome. So I'm going to pause this and log in. So now you can see I'm logged in, and I've made a couple of changes. I removed the default sort of getting started web part, and I'm inside of their hosted SharePoint 2013. So we've got the ability to work with the UI here, but we have really only a subset of some of the core features. One of the things I was hoping to test was workflows, and if I go ahead and I look at site contents, I only have the SharePoint 2010 workflows. I don't have the new 2013 workflows here. If I try to start a new workflow, I don't have any workflows. I can work with 2010 workflows though in investigating this. So that being said, you can familiarize yourself with the new UI. You can work with document library, for example. You can look at the changes to the menus. I know I had one production client. We've gone through some of these different things, and they've found some of the new features, the social features, tags and notes, kind of interesting. Now, so you notice Connect to Outlook and Connect to Office are not available here. And you do have, however, some things. Here's where I did find the workflow. That's right. So if I go here and I say add a workflow, then I can get a 2010 template for a workflow. So if you just want to show a client what that looks like. In addition to that, you do have SkyDrive integration. I actually can't remember if that works, so I'm going to go ahead and click on that and see if that works. So SkyDrive Pro looks like it does. And then you can go into your own site as well. So my site's working here as well. So for basic functionality to get up and running, I find this to be quite useful, quite snappy. This is the live performance here. You can see, nothing tricky on the bandwidth. You can, edit the page, and have a SharePoint site up and going for 45 days for free. So the point of this really is to show you, and here's the news feed. Just I'm looking at the new features, basically showing you some of the new stuff. If you want to familiarize yourself with a live implementation, surprisingly, I found that you have to use Rackspace and Chrome, or at least I chose to, for the lightweight implementation. So I wanted to share that with you. I hope you find that useful. I'll put up the URL here. I'll pause the video and put up the URL so you can get this trial if you want to. 45 days for free, and it was up and going in an hour with no installation, just basically waiting for them to send me the email. So to close this off, here's the URL for Rackspace's 45-day free trial of SharePoint 2012. I'll be interested to know what you use for prototyping SharePoint. So when I post this up on my blog, please feel free to comment. I'm sure I'll get some different types of responses depending on what level of SharePoint people want to work with. But for something quick and dirty, this can't be beat. For All Things Data, this is Lynn Langett. Have a great day.